Good. How you doing today?
I'm fine.
Good. All right.
Good riding.
Take care. You good?
Morning, Jim.
How are you?
Good. There's somebody in the lobby waiting for you.
Oh, yeah? Really? Who's that?
French name? I don't know. He said he had an appointment.
Yeah, it was at 9:30. It's 9:10.
So he's early, but he's already been waiting for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
He's really rude.
Rude? In what way?
Well, I don't know. He's just weird.
Well, he's foreign. So that doesn't actually make him weird now, does it?
He's creepy.
Creepy, ooh. All right, well, let's go see what Mr. Weird Creepy Guy has to say.
Have fun.
Hi, how are you? I'm Jim.
Musawi.
Musawi, Mr. Musawi, yes. I think we spoke or actually communicated via email, correct?
Yes.
So, you're interested in the 747 flight simulator training?
Yes.
Okay. You want to be a commercial pilot?
No. It is for my ego to fly big planes.
Okay, I see. Have you ever had any training before, maybe with a smaller plane or a Cessnas?
No.
So it's just for fun?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll get you set up with Clancy and he gets you started on the simulator. It's kind of like a big video game. Did we discuss payment?
Yes, you said 6,000 US.
Yes, that's right, and that's for 3 weeks. You prefer to pay by credit card or check?
I have cash.
See. Okay, great, then I'll get you a receipt and we'll introduce you to Clancy. Pleasure. So this simulator is so lifelike. When I say it was like a big video game, it's exactly like that, but it's so lifelike. You're gonna just feel like you're in the actual 747.
I see.
We actually own 6 of our own planes and we rent them out. This one here costs $20,000 to maintain that on an hourly basis if you want to do that. Hey Clancy, come here. This is Mr. Musawi. He's gonna be flying the A250 747 simulator. You wanna get him started?
Sure thing. Hey, how you doing?
All right. Good luck, take care.
Okay, well, it's right over here. We just head in, show you how everything works. So we'll just hit the computer room and load in the software. Okay, so you ever used one of these before?
No.
All right, well, first we have to figure out what you want to run, because there's a separate plan, a separate program for everything, for taking off, landing, for just straight flight, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Just flying.
Okay,
for now.
All right. Very cool, very cool. And then okay, so we could set you up on a generic flight plan or the actual awesome option of picking your own cities, real cities like Denver, you know, Chicago, Miami, or New York, or any one of these.
New York.
Oh, cool, New York. Very cool, I can do that.
You're right on time. Good morning.
There it is. Hot off the presses.
The Bin Laden indictment, finally.
Yeah.
It's pretty long. You want to save me some time?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty comprehensive. Goes back to 1989. It's basically a conspiracy indictment, nothing concrete. Shows him as a financier and as an organizer. He's not a foot soldier.
Yeah, we already knew that.
You didn't expect the DOJ to come up with anything groundbreaking. I mean, they just regurgitate anything that anyone tells them.
What about the Iraq intel? Is that in there?
Yeah, it's in there. I mean, they outline their non-aggression policy with Al-Qaeda. And even their plans for proliferating WMD.
What about Somalia?
Yeah, it's in there. Bin Laden's attempts at purchasing weapons-grade uranium.
So what does this mean?
Means that maybe now they're going to take this guy serious. Now that Reno's done with her hard-on for Midwestern militia types, maybe we can take this fight overseas.
We should move on this. Let's work up something.
Copy that. I'm on it.
I brought you a care package.
Canadian.
There's something wrong with that?
It's fucking Canadian.
Don't fucking piss me off. I'll make it French next time.
Do you realize how hard it is to get around Eastern Europe with this? I mean, American, British, no one gives a shit. The Canadian?
You're not gonna be going back to Eastern Europe soon.
Why? You got new action?
Yeah. And the puzzle castle's ready to put the pressure on Bin Laden.
Organization or the man himself?
The man himself. I want you to help devise a plan.
What endgame in mind?
The Justice Department indicted him. He needs to basically be a black bag off. We need to get him to New York for trial. His move from the Sudan to Afghanistan, that'll give us our best opportunity.
How do you figure that?
He's in a goddamn fortress in the Sudan. I mean, at least in Afghanistan, he might have some opportunities to find some friendlies.
Maybe.
This has to be discreet. Minimize collateral damage. Dark of night kind of shit. This guy is to terrorism what Pablo Escobar was to drug trafficking.
Maybe we should take him out the same way we did him.
I mean, not every mission goes as planned. I can't help it, and you can't help it if he doesn't make it out of there.
As long as we plan it and sell it, like we're gonna get him to trial. We got 2 weeks. Where do you want me to meet you?
Israel. I have a friend who'll be there.
I don't want to involve the Mossad.
She's not Mossad. She's a reporter.
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Ahmed Saeed. I am from Pakistan.
And what are you doing in Manila?
I have done nothing. Release me at once. Where is your evidence?
I don't think they were accusing you of anything. It's just a simple question.
You are American. Arrest me.
For what?
For my dreams to kill Americans. With bombs, with guns, with knives, with fires. There are many ways to kill Americans. It is what I enjoy to do. That is what I am on this earth for. To kill the great Satans.
And who would these great Satans be?
The Pope. America. They both must die.
As much as I would love to arrest you, my friend, I cannot. You're a prisoner of the Philippine government. I'm merely an observer.
Then call the Americans. Transfer me. I want a trial with a lawyer.
You seem to know a lot about America for a Pakistani chemical executive whose visa indicates you've never been to the country. But of course you have. Haven't you, Mr. Murad? Texas, I believe. We know that you are Abdul Hakim Murad, born in Kuwait in 1972. We have your bombs, your chemicals, your plans. We've even got your laptop. But what we don't have is your good friend, Mr. Youssef. And that's who's gonna get the first-class ticket to New York. Now, you give me him, I can let you walk right out of here. If you don't, I'm gonna turn you over to these guys. And I can assure you, they are far less rational than I am.
I will pay you. All of you. 110,000 pesos.
Ms. Sanchez, I've overstepped my bounds. This is your prisoner. I apologize for engaging.
Apology accepted.
He's a real prick.
Fundamentalist?
I doubt it. Some of the other residents in the apartment said those two and another man who would come visit used to hang out in a couple karaoke bars. One in Passaic City.
I can't stand karaoke. Two worst things the Japanese ever brought to America. World War II and fucking karaoke.
I don't know how long we can keep these Department of Justice guys out of this. We need to give the flips enough time to get the info out of this character.
It's out of our hands. The NBI already called them.
Why?
The bomb-making materials they found in the apartment matched the ones on the PL flight last month. They wanted the Bureau's experts to step in.
So they're not coming from Murad?
Not yet. You saw the indictment in the Trade Center bombing. Every Muslim even remotely associated with Yusuf's on there.
We cannot extradite this guy. Okay, I'm telling you, he will talk. We need to give these guys a little time to finesse him, that's all. He may know where Yusuf is.
Yusuf was here.
How do you know?
They pulled prints from inside the apartment.
I thought there was only 2 legible sets. You got Shah, Murad, and the other set was illegible.
That's what we all thought. They ran them through an Interpol database to tag Murad and Shah. Third set came back inconclusive. But then I asked to see them.
These sets are consistent. They're not bad takes. They come from someone with damaged prints.
Yep. And Yusuf burned his hands with chemicals in Afghanistan.
All the more reason to keep Murad.
How long have you two been here?
Well, we got here just a few minutes before you did.
Bullshit. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Come on, Jamie. We're in the neighborhood. Hell, the local captain's got my home number. We have lunch with these guys twice a week.
Our own people are in on the arrest, and I have to wait 2 days for a call from a Japanese bomb investigator before I even know what's going on?
Well, we're all here now, Jamie, so what can we do to help you?
Where's Murad?
We don't know. We haven't seen him yet.
Fuck you again. Who do you think I am? We're talking about a man that has a federal warrant issued against him. That is my jurisdiction.
So why don't you call New York, have a federal prosecutor call a grand jury, work up the charges to get him extradited?
He already has a warrant. You know that.
On some bullshit conspiracy charge. If they can tie him to the PAL flight, they may press charges on him here.
And in Japan. See, that flight crossed 3 countries. It originated in Manila, but it landed in Japan, and the victim was Japanese.
I mean, you're looking at 6 months minimum. And that's not accounting that maybe one of these countries might rush him through and sentence him before you even can apply to move him to New York.
What do you want?
Hold off on the extradition process. Let the NBI interrogate him.
You mean torture him?
He said interrogate him.
No, that is exactly why he has to be moved.
Who the fuck are you now? Amnesty International?
No. I'm the goddamn FBI. And if it gets out that the Justice Department let a suspect rot for 3 months in a Filipino death camp before bringing him to trial, the president himself...
Jamie, let me tell you something. These are dangerous. Let me finish. Okay, do you really think that we're going to get any real information on this guy through a plea bargain by some upscale defense attorney?
That's the process, Jack. That's how it works. Probably won't be some high-end attorney. He'll end up with a public defender.
Oh, bullshit. That's bullshit. You know it. It'll be one of those bogus Islamic charities or some civil rights group that's going to pony up the cash to make sure he's got an attorney that's going to run circles around those DOJ guys.
All we're saying is give us some more time. Work up a better indictment. Make sure you get your man. Let the local authorities find out what they can.
What else have you guys got?
His roommate was Ramzi Yosef.
No shit. So that briefing you put out was right. He has been in Manila.
The bomb-making supplies they found matched the ones used in the PL flight. They also found some pipe bombs ready to go and what looks like the plans to assassinate the Pope.
These are maps of President Clinton's tour through Manila last November.
Yep, looks like they thought about that too. There's also a computer, but it's heavily encrypted and the NBI's throwing their hands up.
We can put our people on it. Send the damn thing straight to Microsoft if I have to.
Good. How do you think think I can get them to release it to you, even though technically it is their evidence in an open case.
I would appreciate that. Where are they taking Murad?
Camp Crane.
Jesus. You have 60 days for the extradition papers. Then I have to push them.
Understood.
60 days. He's not going to survive in there that long.
You're alive! What happened to the others?
They were captured.
What happened?
There was a fire. We were preparing the devices for Bujinko. Muradi mixed the chemicals wrong.
How did you escape?
The police never saw me. Murad went back in to get the computer. That's when they grabbed him.
They have the computer?
Yes. Everything is hidden. They will find nothing.
You must hide. Here. Do not leave this room.
No. They will start the search for me soon. They expect me to hide. I must continue our work. We will finish what we started. We will bomb the planes as planned.
Too dangerous, Ramsey. We don't have enough people to do it.
Then we will do less planes. We must continue the fight.
I just wanted to ask you where this guy Musawi came from.
Email, that's why.
He's just kind of creeping me out a little, that's all.
Jesus, you and Melinda. I tell you, he's obviously not from here.
No, I know that, Jim. He just keeps asking a lot of weird questions, you know? Yesterday was the second day of training, and he keeps grilling me about the fuel payload of a 747 jet.
Well, was he talking to you about fuel dumping or emergency procedures?
No, and that's the whole thing. He never asks anything, and then all of a sudden he's drilling me about fuel.
He's a little weird, so?
Yeah, but that's not all. Today is his third day of training. He has never done a takeoff or landing procedure, and he keeps flying the same two cities, New York and D.C. And now he's asking me about the accuracy of the simulator machine. You know, he wants to know about geography and the terrain and monuments and things like that.
That's a little friggin' weird.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you if we have a credit card on this guy, so maybe we can, I don't know, run a check and see if he's on a terrorist watch list or something.
No, he paid up front all in cash.
Wait a minute, he paid $6,000 in cash?
Yeah, all new bills.
Shit. Jim, there's something not right about this guy, I'm telling you. Who are you calling?
FBI. I'm not gonna fuck around with this shit.
Yes. Gentlemen.
Oh, Mr. Musawi, I want you to meet a real good friend of mine. Gary, this is Mr. Zacharias Musawi. He's training on one of the flight simulators.
Zacharias, huh? Friends call you Zach for short.
No.
Musawi's French, though, huh? Je parle un peu français.
I don't speak much French. I only lived there a short while. I am from the Middle East.
Oh, yeah, whereabouts?
The Middle East.
So, what do you think, Agent Thompson?
I think I want to see whatever paperwork you filled out.
Just the usual in case of emergency card. We have all our students fill them out.
Does it have any local addresses on it?
I think so.
Good.
hell of a day.
Yeah. Wanna grab dinner?
Yeah, maybe. Kind of tired. Give you a call?
Yeah. Thought we were meeting at the hotel bar.
Too risky.
How did you get in here?
Do you really have to ask?
People are so ignorant. They think this has been going on for a couple of years. 50 years at most. It's been going on for hundreds of years.
Thousands.
You don't think Clinton will negotiate at least a soft peace deal?
It's just a photo op for him. You know I'm not a fan of his.
He's your commander-in-chief.
Doesn't mean I have to like the guy. Just have to take his orders.
We were interviewing these Afghani children the other day. Poor, impoverished children. Families torn apart by decades of war. And I just wanted to stop the interviews and apologize to them.
Apologize? Apologize for what? Liberating Kuwait? Backing the Muslims in Somalia, Bosnia?
You think these people actually want us here? They don't want Americans on their land any more than you want French troops roaming through Chicago.
It's our responsibility to help the world. They all want what Americans have, just not willing to live the way that we live. Things will only change when they get real newspapers and real news programs that aren't censored by the government. Women can read, drive. Then they'll be able to make up their own minds. It's our responsibility to at least give them that opportunity.
Jesus. I had no idea I just fucked Newt Gingrich.
You don't see what I see. They usher you around. They show you what they want the rest of the world to see. And then they put you up in this hotel room because the streets, they're not safe. Well, I live on those streets. And I deal with the people here without the government watching. They're good people. Getting a bad deal. What are we meant to do? Turn our backs on them?
If this land didn't have oil, nobody would give a damn. If there was no oil, it would just be another Africa.
It's not what this is about. The world looks to us as leaders. It's our job to at least try and fix it.
And how do you propose we do that?
I don't know. Not my job. But I will tell you who we shouldn't listen to, and that's the assholes who can't even run their own countries. Or people who stand to profit from other people's suffering.
When this is all over and you're finally out, you have to let me interview you. I'd win a Pulitzer.
You never get that interview. Because I'm never getting out. It'll never be over.
Hello? Yeah. Half hour? Okay, I'll meet you there. Crew wants to grab dinner.
You should go. Don't want to raise any suspicions.
Will you be here when I get back?
Probably not. You have to be in Kabul in the morning.
Wasn't aware of any red eyes from Tel Aviv to Kabul.
There's not. They've got friends. The question is, what have you got for me?
We interviewed a guy a few weeks ago. He works for the Northern Alliance. He's a lieutenant of Ahmad Shah Mossad. He allowed us to speak to him, but not to photograph him. He knows quite a bit about bin Laden and the Taliban. They're rebels, but they lack funding. Anyways, at the end of the interview, he fingered me as the producer and wanted to know if I knew anyone in the government.
What was he after?
First, he wants Congress to send more money. And then he wanted to talk to someone in the CIA.
You already got people working with the Northern Alliance.
Apparently, he doesn't trust them. He also doesn't trust the Pakistani intelligence contacts that they have.
The ISI is dirty. We all know that.
Anyways, here's some numbers you can contact him on. He lives in Kabul with his family to keep an eye on the Taliban.
Enjoy your dinner. I'll call you in a few weeks.
I'm supposed to go to Beirut and then Damascus.
I'll find you.
Where's the money?
It's in the drawer.
Call me.
$9mm, back pocket.
So you're with the CIA, huh?
I'm a reporter for CNN. You say CIA again, I'll shoot you myself.
Give our friend his gun back.
So what is it you wanted to discuss? We already have operatives with the Alliance.
They are bureaucrats. You're not a bureaucrat, are you, Mr. Mike?
No, I'm far from it.
Good. Then we can do business. The Taliban has made bin Laden their guest. They give him support and protect him from your government. Every day more men come from all over the world to train for their jihad and to fight us. Huh? Money flows to him too. From the Iranians, the Iraqis, the Saudi royal family. Everyone in the Middle East pays him. Some pay him because they fear him. Others pay him because they have the same enemies.
I don't believe you brought me here for a history lesson.
Bin Laden is the head of the snake. The others are not as charismatic or as smart as he is. You cut off the head of the snake, he'll still move around and crawl for many minutes. But ultimately, he will die.
Americans fear if we kill bin Laden, others will just take his place.
They may. But they will not be as effective. Bin Laden is a hero to these people. A symbol. Like Mickey Mouse or Bart Simpson.
The United States will not pay you, nor the CIA, to kill bin Laden, if that's what you're asking.
Your country must do something sooner rather than later. It is only a matter of time before he strikes your country, in your country. Men come from all over the world to train. Where do you think they go? To Gaza or the West Bank? Or Kashmir? No, my friend. They go to London, or Hamburg, or Paris, or New York. That is where they will strike next.
Ali, I agree bin Laden needs to be captured and extradited to the US to stand trial. And I can pay you and your friends a lot of money if you can help me.
That is why you are here, Mr. Mike. Not for a history lesson, but for my help.
Why the hell would he send you all the way here to deliver this?
He wanted me to come and explain everything. Make sure you understood everything.
What a jerk-off. What am I not going to understand?
To be frank, sir, I have to tell you some things that we couldn't put in the report.
Understood. Go on.
Mike and I have our team ready, but we would like to request a Delta Force unit as backup and to transport bin Laden once we get him. That is, if we can afford it.
You guys have already spent $10 million bribing every Pashtun warlord and farmer in the region, and you're asking me if we can afford a Delta Force unit?
This has to go before appropriations, sir. Every penny counts.
Continue.
And this is where you have choices. One, he stays with the Northern Alliance for a few weeks till the heat dies down. Then they can transport him or pop him. Two, he's flown directly to New York from the airstrip. Or three, he never makes it out. We get a DNA sample for verification.
Obviously, we leave that last little bit out of the report.
Obviously. I just wanted you to know that you have choices.
I have choices, or Mike has choices?
Shit happens, sir.
What's your confidence on all this?
It'll work. Our guys on the ground are old school.
What's the operation time frame?
We're pretty much ready to go. We've got guys close to the Taliban for strategic intel, and we can't leave them under long, but we need to take care of bin Laden.
I agree. I think the administration agrees as well. I'll review this and prepare it for the committee. You go back and wait.
We'll wait for your go, no-go.
All right. Have a safe trip back.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us what Bojinka is.
Tell him nothing!
Tell us what Bojinka is.
So die. And my secrets die with me. They will write songs about me. Even they will teach them to the children in Palestinian schools. I will be a martyr. I will be another soldier killed by the dirty hands of the United States.
Lasted an hour through the waterboarding. That's pretty good. How long did you last during your SEER training?
15 seconds. You?
About 10.
He's still not talking.
Well, you may not have to. The Bureau sent the computer to Microsoft. They're working on it now. Most of the files have been erased, but my guess is they're still on the hard drive.
What do you think Bojinka is?
I don't know. Translation doesn't make any sense in reference to the assassination attempts on the Pope for the president. I think it's something bigger.
You think it's the PAL flight?
Now, again, I don't think that's big enough. They're planning something huge.
What is this?
You said two? Dark colors, nothing flashy?
Yes, but I said the hard suitcases.
You did not give me enough money to buy hard suitcases.
Money is not a problem. We have money from everywhere. My uncle will send us money from every nation. How could you be so stupid as to buy the wrong things because of money?
I'm sorry.
What is this?
They have article in here about you.
I don't care. This is poison. You cannot read this. This will poison your mind.
I'm sorry. I wanted to see what they were saying about
You want to read lies? You want to read the words of Satan himself? You have to be smarter than them, my friend. You have to keep your mind pure and clean. And you have to do as I say. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes!
Good. Now, tomorrow we will go and buy tickets.
Sally. I'm Agent Thompson with the FBI. This is Agent Monahan. We'd like to speak to you regarding your visa.
I have my visa.
Good. Do you have it on you? Because our records, they show it was only good until the end of May.
No, I got an extension.
Oh. Can we see it?
I know I have it.
Yeah, well, we know you don't. You see, we would have a record if you received an extension.
Why are you doing this?
I'm gonna ask the questions, okay? Thanks. What are you doing at the flight school?
I want to fly big planes. Is that a crime?
No, sir, it isn't, but overstaying a visa is.
Something we can overlook if you cooperate. Can we see your computer?
No.
What about your suitcase? What is in the suitcase?
You're only doing this because I am Muslim. If I were American, you would not be doing this.
Turn around.
What?
Sit down!
Ah! You have the right to remain silent. Ah! Ah! Anything you say can and will be used against you. Ah! Ah!
Let's go.
Are you arresting me?
No, we just want to talk.
Okay, so how does the kid know Musawi?
Says they met through family friends.
But
We have to access his computer, do a full search of his belongings. The stuff on him we're cleared to itemize and go through, but the luggage, the computer, those are going to require a warrant.
then we get a warrant.
Based on what? Right now, all we can charge him with is overstaying his visa, and that's an INS issue.
Think about it. This whole deal stinks. It doesn't even add up.
Or maybe it does. Okay, the FAA and headquarters have been putting out security memos like crazy all summer. The CIA and NSA know something real big is going down.
Why don't we work up a request for a search warrant, bring it to the big boss man in the morning, see what he has to say.
Already working on it.
All right. Let's go.
So how'd it go?
Well, he's gonna take it to committee. I think they're gonna go for it.
They better. They'll be pissed if this is all for nothing.
I could tell by the look in his eye that he was afraid of making a kill order.
It's not his business. The president authorizes the job, we do it. We shuffle the deck and just see where the cards fall.
What are your concerns?
There's a few. We have no idea how many civilians are in there. Collateral damage could be much higher than we indicated in the report.
What else?
The Taliban are soft. They're nowhere near as hardcore as these Al-Qaedas. We have no idea what to expect. Tripwires, booby traps, suicide bombers. If this mission takes longer than 3 or 4 minutes, and God only knows what the contingency plan is, they could have the entire place rigged for an express ride to Allah.
You're not going to Allah. Even if they are right, and he isn't upstairs, you're going down.
Yeah, that's happening no matter who's in the captain's chair.
What no one is really talking about here is why do we have the CIA trying to enforce a DOJ indictment? I mean, shouldn't the FBI be conducting this operation?
Interagency cooperation is always appreciated, but the simple fact is we have more people on the ground there than they do. Now, this operation's been in motion for quite some time through MIDI's command.
How time sensitive are we talking here?
Very. We have strong evidence to increase chatter and activity. They're planning something, we just don't know what.
Additionally, if I may, sir.
Yeah.
Bin Laden hasn't fully settled in. Now, no one's tried anything, so there's a good chance his defenses are down a bit.
So, Jeff, George, work with me here. Under what authority comes this action?
Well, there's the 86 Reagan executive order as well as the Reno indictment.
With all due respect, no matter what happens, I don't think anyone is going to have a problem or start researching anything whatsoever if we decide to take action against the world's greatest terrorist.
But the evidence that we have supporting any action that he's made against the United States is circumstantial at best. The information that we have supports that he finances terrorism and terrorist operatives, but that's it.
But our human intelligence directly contradicts that. Now, from our perspective, he's in command and control. Bin Laden's calling the shots.
But that kind of information doesn't constitute evidence in a criminal court or a Senate hearing.
Then I leave that up to you guys. I mean, come on, we got Al Capone on tax evasion. Everyone knows how dirty he was. I say we bring him in and manufacture the charges after the fact.
Look, I understand your passion on this issue, but the Justice Department and the President framed our response to international terrorism within the confines of the legal system, making this a police action and not an act of war.
So what? Wait for him to hit Disneyland? Then we'll have plenty of evidence for an indictment.
No one's going to let it come to that. Why don't we study the viability of the plan before we make any judgments?
All of our simulations project a 70% success rate for the mission as it stands.
70% success of what?
Neutralizing Bin Laden.
That's such a white elephant word. Define neutralize.
Capture or kill.
What's the percentage just for capture?
30.
30%. So it's more likely he'll be killed.
If you're just looking at percentages, then yes.
What the hell else have we got to look at?
This is clearly a violation of Executive Order 11905. That order has been upheld for 3 administrations. There's no way we're going to throw that away now.
If you assume that that's what this is. This mission was planned for capture. I assure you all that is not our intent.
Your lack of intelligence is compensated by your resilience, Mr. Murad.
I will not be broken.
Then I have no choice but to turn you over to another government.
I will go to America.
No. The Americans have decided to turn you over to someone else.
You are to be taken to Israel as a guest of the Mossad.
No! The Jews will kill me. They'll drink my blood.
You have not cooperated with the Filipinos or Americans. You will cooperate for us.
What about the Americans? I'm a wanted man.
We're dropping the charges. There is no warrant.
Do that release me to the Jews? They'll kill me.
Then talk to me.
Not in front of him. I won't say a word in front of him.
Agent Baroud, can you give us a few minutes?
Of course.
What is Bojinka?
It was a plan to destroy airliners, passenger jets.
Can you get him some water, please? When?
This month, January 22nd.
How?
The explosives we found. We were to take them on the plane, strap them under our seats, and then get off the plane at the first stop.
Okay, so the PL flight, that's...
Wasn't best. We discovered that we needed to sit closer to the fuel tanks to make them explode.
How would they detonate them?
Ramsey created the device from the watches we wore. The explosives were to be put in bottles of contact lens solution.
How many planes?
11. All in one day.
Jesus Christ. That would have killed thousands.
4,000 as we had hoped. All planes headed for America.
What about the Pope? What was the plan?
Suicide bombers. Dressed as priests. 2 of them. One to make the attack. The other to stay by the road in case it was unsuccessful and they tried to flee.
And where are these bombers now?
I was supposed to be one of them. But Ramsey had other plans for me.
What plan?
I'm a pilot. He wanted me to get the plane, fill it with explosives, and crash it into CIA headquarters in Virginia.
A suicide mission. Using a plane as a weapon of mass destruction.
Yes, beautiful, isn't it? But it would work.
Where's Youssef now?
I don't know. We hadn't planned for if we were captured.
Come on, give me your best guess.
He will want to continue with Bojinka. Find his uncle. Get more money.
Where?
His uncle is in Pakistan, Islamabad.
Okay, why here? Why the Philippines?
When Ramsey and I were training in Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda asked us to go to Cebu and train our brothers in Abu Sayyaf in explosives.
Did you do that?
Yes. Last December.
Do you remember any names, faces?
No, not any names. There was an American. They called him Terry. I think they called sometimes the farmer.
What was he planning to do?
He didn't say. The rest were Filipinos. They all looked the same to me.
Just a matter of time.
So the Israeli ploy worked.
Yeah, but that was the worst Israeli accent I've ever heard.
Hey, give me a break. I am Cold War guy. My fake Russian is much better. What do you say?
Thinks Youssef is in Pakistan meeting his uncle.
Lead Sheikh Mohammed? It's good. We should call DSS there and let them know what we think.
Agreed. Bojinka was a plan to blow up airliners. The PAL flight was a test run.
Got it.
He also mentioned his suicide plan to crash a jet in the CIA headquarters.
God, these guys are fucking nuts.
I know, it's most disturbing. He claims he and Youssef trained an American in Cebu in explosives.
In an Abu Sayyaf camp?
Exactly.
Get a name?
Just Terry.
Shit. Well, it's a long shot. We can check visa registrations and flight manifests. When was this?
December.
Oh, good, that's pretty recent. Hopefully we can catch this dipshit before he does something stupid. I'll call Jamie, let her know he's ready to talk, and have him move to New York.
What else can I do?
Arrange a flight. We're going to Pakistan.
Okay. Just let me know if you find out anything. Anything. All right. Thanks. Hey.
What do you got?
Nothing. Nothing. The British can't link him to any terrorist suspects. No reports of strange activity while he was in Britain. Nothing. How about you?
Nothing. Nothing on any FAA or any CIA watch list. Nothing at all.
Okay, well, he's French, right? So, what about the French?
I put in a call to them. I'm still waiting to hear back.
You know, my salary probably had maybe a dozen receipts for these.
Really?
Now, how could someone eat that many hamburgers, still hate America? Unbelievable, right?
Hey, what do you think about a FISA warrant?
FISA warrant? Yeah. It's doable. But they started cracking down on them about a year ago.
Yeah. It seems ideal. I mean, they're intended to give you latitude to acquire facts and information, not evidence. I mean, the criminal component shouldn't be as important.
Sure. But we still have to show intent. Something. If we can link him to another terrorist suspect, track his financing.
I would love to track his financing, but if we do that, that would require an even tougher warrant.
Thanks for the lecture, but I know, but that's why I was hoping the Foreign Intelligence Agency or the CIA would have something.
I'm gonna work up a FISA warrant tomorrow.
Everybody seems to be working against us. Did you read that email from headquarters?
Yes. Yeah. I saw that. They're afraid.
No, they're scared.
I know. Basically, things were bad enough at the ACLU when Clinton was in office, and the media already hates Ashcroft.
Hates Ashcroft.
So if it appears that we right-wing rednecks over here in Minnesota were just pulling warrants and we're hassling people because they're Arab, we'll be held to pay.
All right, there's racial profiling. Then there's good investigative work. The color of his skin, it's the least suspicious thing about that guy. Come on, do these guys forget I'm the only agent in this office that's ever pushed to prosecute a hate crime?
That's politics.
Well, for whatever it's worth, I voted for Gore.
Me too.
Hey, could I get one hot dog with ketchup, mustard, and onions, please?
Stevens. Hey.
Hey, Jeff. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Make that two, please.
Well, I appreciate the hot dog, Stephen. What are you really up to?
You say that like an accusation.
Well, in my office, we call you guys the Democrat ninjas. Never elected, never on TV. No one knows where the fuck you guys came from, yet somehow you hold a lot of power.
You make that sound so sinister, but you're not wrong. I did get a glance at that bin Laden op plan you guys have been shopping around.
How? It's supposed to be reviewed by the committee and then go to the cabinet before the president sees it.
Oh, come on. Don't be so naive. We've got our hands involved with everything in this town, Jeff. If word of that plan leaked before the president knew about it, he'd look retarded.
Fine, we saw it. What are your thoughts?
Kill it. It's way too risky.
Why?
Why? I know you love that cloak and dagger bullshit, but that's Reagan-era crap. Look what happened to poor Ollie North. He's stuck in jail, and you guys had to whack poor old Bill Casey.
Nobody whacked Bill Casey.
Fine, I'm kidding about Bill Casey, but this administration wants no part of it. The partisan rhetoric is already getting way out of control. Do you think the president wants to violate the 1978 executive order?
Bin Laden is dangerous. He has to be dealt with.
I read every single briefing that comes into our office. I know that everybody at Langley thinks Bin Laden is the most evil motherfucker out there.
So what's he gonna do about it?
Right now, Albright's negotiating a deal with the Taliban. We're gonna run a pipeline through Afghanistan and ditch the Northern Alliance. We're gonna hop into bed with those psycho motherfuckers and make them rich. Then they're gonna give us Bin Laden. That's the
Taliban
plan.
is one of the most dangerous Islamo-fascist regimes in the region.
Don't be a jackass. You guys were selling guns to Iraq and Iran at the exact same time in the 80s. If some Gandhi of the Middle East pops up, we'll cut him a check. Till then, this is gonna be policy.
You're making a mistake.
I'm making a mistake? This isn't your call. This president doesn't intend to shape foreign policy through the barrel of a gun. He's not going to fire a shot. That's going to be his legacy.
The shots you guys didn't fire in Mogadishu.
Jesus Christ. All you closet Rush Limbaugh disciples make me sick. We make one mistake and you won't let us live it down.
If it looks like a hit order, let me change it. All right? I'll bring in the FBI. I'll bring in more guys. Fuck it, I'll bring in the UN. I don't care.
Bin Laden isn't going anywhere. He's one guy. Killing him is not going to stop global Islamic terrorism.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Really? You don't know what to say? It's really quite simple. You say, Stephen, I'm going back to my office and I'm putting this plan on the paper shredder. Bury it. Bury the whole damn thing.
You are making a mistake. You are putting all our lives into jeopardy. We have gone too far.
You always knew this was a possibility. You and your men just need to lie low for a while.
This is just like before. America uses us like puppets, giving us money and hope, and then turning their backs on us in the final minutes.
I can only say we're sorry so many times.
You are called Mike, and you are called Valerie. You have no last names. You have no families. You have traded your lives for a symbol of America.
What's your point?
You should be that symbol! Do not do what you are told. Do what is right for us, for your country!
Our orders come directly from the president himself.
Why do you follow a man who is afraid? And what does he fear? That the world would be outraged that he would try to kill a man who has planned to kill him? A man who has declared a fatwa on every man, woman, and child in your country? A man who uses everything in his power to kill innocent people? This is not the man the world needs to protect!
And we, like you, are soldiers. And although we may not believe it's right all of the time, we have to trust our superiors have information that we don't know.
Then you are like the boys Bin Laden sends on his suicide missions. Trusting that he knows the truth about the Quran and that there's a place guaranteed for them in heaven.
We gave you everything we promised and then some. The United States will get Bin Laden, just not today. And not this way.
Our blood is on your hands!
It's gone.
U.S. Consulate.
I have information about the man you are looking for.
Okay, I just got off the phone with a French intelligence officer.
What have you got?
Well, apparently Mr. Moussaoui is being blamed for the death of a young Arab in France.
What, you got murdered?
No, according to the family, Moussaoui recruited their son to go fight in Chechnya with a radical group of freedom fighters. Bingo.
Okay, go on. I'm not following.
Well, the Chechen group is linked to enemy number one, Al-Qaeda and Bin Laden.
Hold on. Do we know for a fact that Moussaoui himself fought or trained with this group?
We don't need a linear connection. Come on, it's international terrorism. It's like a spider web. It's like that Kevin Bacon game.
The what?
The Kevin Bacon game, where you link actors to Kevin Bacon through other actors that he's been in films with.
I don't think that the assistant state DA is going to accept the Kevin Bacon game as a motive for a warrant.
Okay, well that's not the point. You just sell it that way. Okay, fine. Reread the Bin Laden indictment. The whole thing is guilt by association. That's exactly what we have here.
I know, and it's great. It's good. It's just still tough, you know? I mean, we need something concrete. We need a smoking gun. It's good. It may not be enough.
We should have waited to tell Ali. I mean, you know how DC is. We'll probably be getting orders tomorrow that we're back in business.
It's not right.
Man, it's not our call.
Then what the hell are we doing here? We're not fixing a goddamn thing.
We're doing our job. We enforce policy. You want to make policy, run for office.
Mr. Parker, my name is Jack, with the Central Intelligence Agency.
Hello.
Let me get something to drink. I get you anything. You want soda? Water? First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the American government and the American people. You're doing us all a great service.
You're welcome. They are going to give me the money, right?
Of course. No, you have nothing to worry about there. Now, we need to clear up a few things before we do this. In addition to the money, we want to move you and your family into the Federal Witness Protection Program.
What is that?
Well, it's going to give you a new identity. We want to move you and your family to the United States, give you new citizenship and all new papers.
I see.
Yeah, you thought about where you want to move?
Illinois, Chicago.
You a White Sox fan or Cubs fan?
Cubbies.
Good man.
They're not going to be able to find me.
No. Ishtiaq Parker will no longer exist. Okay, you will be an American.
I read about the reward in Newsweek. It's a good magazine.
Yeah, it can be.
I don't want anyone to get hurt. You know, Ramsey threatened me, threatened my family.
I understand.
These people, you know, they kill in the name of Islam. It's a very bad thing, you know. The Quran, it doesn't teach these things. These people are bad Muslims.
No, I know. I'm with you. Okay. Now, you said that Youssef was going to return tonight.
Yeah, he should be back at about 4:30 a.m.
Why'd he go to Bangkok?
To get us some papers. He has a forger there who works with Iraqi intelligence.
I see.
You know, he sees a girl, gets a drink, stays out late. He's gonna be very tired when he returns.
Ah, perfect.
I'm to take him to the bus station in the morning. He has a ticket to Peshawar.
Now, let's talk details. I need you to confirm that he's actually there before we can move in. You have to make him think that everything is going according to plan.
Ramsey, come on.
What?
Come on, man. We're gonna be late. Get up.
What time is it?
You can't show any overt signs of stress. He knows you. He knows you well.
7:30, man. Come on.
You want one?
No.
If you find yourself shaking, sweating, if your voice trembles, just turn around and come back.
Why are you sweating?
It's hot.
No, it's not.
I had to walk a block. There was nowhere out front to park the car. What's your problem, man? Are you still drunk?
A little. Go get the car. Honk when you are out front. I'll come down.
After you confirm he's there, just walk out onto the street out front and take off your hat. Then run your fingers through your hair. That's going to be our cue to go. And just like that, it'll be over.
الطالبان خدوا عالي وعيلته. فين علي؟ حطوه في السجن. أنا فاهم.
Don't say it. you're thinking. You want to waste federal money, risk American casualties, and break international law for one guy? I'll call the guys.
You've got S6. 3, grab the weapons. 2, take the prisoners. I'll lead the way. Move. Let's go. Come on. Move. Let's move. Come on. Come on.
Ali, we're here. It's all right. My wife, my daughters, they got it. They're raping, killed them.
Ali, we found your wife. She's dead.
Good morning, Ben.
Gary.
Did you take a look at it?
I told you on the phone, it's not enough.
Ben, come on.
I'm serious. The FBI is like the boy who cried wolf. We send out Faisal warrants all the time, only to have the ACLU throw it in our faces when they find nothing.
Okay, have you ever played the Kevin Bacon game before?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this guy's about 2 steps away from Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, but he's also a Muslim who's technically done nothing wrong, so I just can't help you out. I'd love to, but I can't.
Where else can I go?
Send him to Washington, take him over the terrorism task force. They got bigger guns than we do.
Okay, well, they seem disinterested. They don't think that we have enough.
Because you don't. Listen, if you want to deport him, deport him. I'll back you on that. He's got no real reason to be here, all right? Send him to fucking Morocco, wherever he's from. Good luck.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
Ideas?
Deport him. Get him the fuck out of here.
At least that way he can't do anything to us,
No.
right?
No, we can't do that. He's part of something bigger. I know it.
How do you know it's something bigger? I mean, what's telling you?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like a sixth sense or something, you know? Okay, why does a cop check the trunk of a car in a routine traffic stop just to find a kilo of cocaine?
But legally we can't check the trunk. That's the point.
I'm curious. What do you think that he's up to? Do you have some kind of detailed idea?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm all ears.
Okay. So we've received a slew of memos from headquarters, the FAA. There were 2 of them that stuck out in my mind. One from Arizona about Arab men attending flight schools. So we assume there are more Mousawis out there, right? The second was about possible hijackings. They uncovered a plot to negotiate the release of the blind sheik in New York.
Okay. Go on.
Well, Moussawi joined a gym, right? Took up kickboxing classes. His roommate said they practiced wrestling. He had shin guards and knives on him when we arrested him. So what if we think they small teams of 5, 6. One of them is a pilot. They take control of a plane, subdue the crew. Because of FAA instructions, they're told, not to resist. Because they're gonna negotiate, right?
Right.
But they don't. They don't negotiate. Once they have control, they change the flight patterns. They turn commercial airliners into weapons of mass destruction.
I remember the World Trade Center terrorists discussing a plan of crashing a small plane into CIA headquarters. This whole idea is not that far-fetched.
That's why Miss Sally wanted to know so much about fuel payloads.
And they train far from their targets.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of landmarks in Arizona.
Or Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, Minnesota, but there's sure a lot of them in New York, LA, Chicago.
We can't just deport this guy. We gotta follow this up.
What if we do deport him? Okay, but we deport his belongings later?
What's that gonna do?
Well, okay. The airlines are constantly losing my luggage. So it's not that inconceivable that we, the big bureaucracy that is the FBI, might lose a couple things.
Right, okay. And if we search his belongings over international waters or in France, we're not breaking any laws.
I like it. So, I guess first thing tomorrow, we'll push for deportation?
It's fairly quick process. Without an appeal, we can have him on a plane in 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. So let's shoot for 3 weeks. September 17th.
Wait. Okay, Musawi paid for 2 weeks of flight training. Only 2 weeks. We have to do this immediately.
Okay. First of all, we can't just take it upon ourselves to put this guy on a plane.
Okay, but who else is going to?
Slow down, this little thing called the Constitution that we need to worry about.
Okay.
We have to follow procedure.
But the Constitution is not a suicide pact.
Okay, well, hold on a second. This is the best plan on the table. Do you have a better idea?
Who's got friends in France?
Yeah, there's an agent that was pretty helpful.
Good. Okay. Call them.
Okay.
Let them know what we're up to. But not everything we're up to.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I think that we're doing a good thing here. At least we can agree on that.
It is only a matter of time before he strikes your country in your country.
A suicide mission. Using a plane as a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Men from all over the world come to train with him.
It is for my ego to fly big planes.
One of them is a pilot.
Where do you think they go? To Gaza or the West Bank or Kashmir? No, my friend. They go to London, Hamburg, Paris, New York. That is where they will strike next.